Hello, welcome to Lemon Shows, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for the Season 2 finale of Daredevil Born Again. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Shari, I'm to leave a like, comment, let me know your thoughts on Daredevil Born Again, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into it, shall we? So, we have been talking week to week on this show, and we have enjoyed the whole entire ride. You know, it's been a talk of first two episodes were relatively kind of slow, or maybe it was the first three episodes they said, oh, it's a slow start, but once it gets going, it really gets going. And we were all sitting here like, where's the slow start? And it just kept being consistently good all the way through. And now here we are at this final episode, and what we've been yearning for this whole entire time was to see Matt Murdock in the courtroom. And we got a little bit of that last week, but here he was in full-fledged force. And I gotta tell you guys, when this episode first ended and I did my immediate thoughts on TikTok, my immediate thought was it was perfect. I absolutely love this ride of an episode. To me, it brought the show up to a whole other level where, to me, it is my favorite show of the year so far. And for those who've been watching me for a while, y'all know we don't typically give ratings for the television show because overall, we talk openly about sport. Actually, I don't really know why we don't give ratings to it. I just never thought to give ratings to television shows, but for the movies I do. And the highest rating is a strawberry lemonade here on the channel, because to me, that's the best kind of lemonade. I love me a good strawberry lemonade. If I'm going to Chili's, I'm going to Cheddar's, any place that has strawberry lemonade available, I am getting it. Like, that's how good I find that drink. So therefore, it's a 10 out of 10 out of here. It's a 10 out of 10 for the movies, is a strawberry lemonade. And to me, this episode was just that. And it, to me, kind of brings the whole entire show to a strawberry lemonade for that matter. I think this was, I said this same comment, and I believe episode 3, or maybe it was episode 4. It was the prison break episode when, Daredevil and Swordsman were going and breaking everyone out, and I really felt like I was reading the comic panels all the way through. Once we got into the second half, because out of the two halves, I think I loved the first half a little bit more just because of that courtroom drama and, seeing Matt being sassy like he always is, especially how he was to Karen. I love the development of Karen this season, and I can't wait for season 3 to see how she is going to play being Muse in that double life. Like, I kind of hope that, would it be schizophrenia? In a way where when she puts the mask on, she has no idea. She loses control and she does not remember doing the killings that she does. Or part of me also thinks she hopes she does remember it. But I don't know. I'm really, really intrigued with what we're going to do with her at the end when she puts the mask on, and then we cut to what she sees in a reflection of a woman who is fully in control and has that smile. Oh, I absolutely loved it. But I do also love her getting put in her place a little bit, because she has been tweaking with the code of a therapist, and saying Karen was all these different things, even though it was Heather who was slapping her and everything, and Matt going, so how can she be vigilante if she doesn't have a mask? Oh, well, she hides behind Daredevil. Oh, like you hide behind the Fisk administration. And anytime he had a quick slide comment, objection. It was just, to me, great. And I loved the use of the objection withstained, is it withstained or upheld, throughout the whole entire season, because we saw it with the case of the swordsman, where if there was any objection, he got it. Like, okay, no, she doesn't really have much of a fight here whatsoever. And then to start with the Karen trial as well, it was the exact same way until Fisk comes to the stand and he starts talking to him, and he's starting to make a lot of sense, and that oh, we're breaking through, and then to finally overruled. Oh, to me, it was just so powerful. I absolutely loved it. That whole entire build up, it had a lot of weight to it. Then of course it all culminates with Matt coming out saying, I am Daredevil, and pointing it out. I saw someone post, my problem with the coming out scene is that it had no weight. I cannot disagree more. You are more than welcome to have that opinion. But man, that was 5 seasons worth of build-up, almost 3 really, if you count season 3 of Daredevil, when Fisk knows about him, and you're kind of thinking, well, why doesn't he just out him? But it was out of that respect. And then once we got to when they were talking to the judge in quarters, and Fisk goes, I could end you easily. And Matt goes, you know what? No, you can't, because I'm going to out myself and giving you absolutely no power. To me, all the courtroom drama stuff was chef's kiss, perfect. And again, it's what set that show over the edge. Now, that does not mean I did not love what happened in the second half, where we had the raid, if you will, where they took over the courtroom with everyone dressed up as Daredevil. We finally had, I can't remember his name. But he is starting his arc that we do see in the comics, where he starts off evil, then he has this good progression. I do think we sped it up a little bit. Part of me kind of wishes he stayed heel all the way through this season. And then next season, like, yeah, sure, give him that doubt. Like he had, I want to say it started in episode 6 when he goes, wait, you shot him? Why did you shoot him? And then keep on questioning it. Then once we get here to the ending, like, no, he's one of us. No, I gave you an order. You better do as I say. My dog is hearing some voices. So okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, now I'm giving him attention. But yeah, when at the end where he's going, no, they're one of us. No, he's not. I can give you a direct order. And then, he could have questioned it, but, we could have held the line a little bit longer until the Daredevil people, or the people who are on the side of Daredevil, as Matt said, hey, they're picking sides. Then when BB posted her video after Fisk aired his video to try to get people on his side, because he was refusing to step down. I really like that choice as well. And, they could just raid it. And then throughout all of season 3, while they're all in jail, he's starting to have that come to Jesus moment. I would like to let that linger a little bit longer, but I also didn't mind him turning face here, hitting him and going, okay, let them in. And then they start taking over, because we finally got some great Kingpin action. I don't think we've had this great a Kingpin action. We had a little bit of it in season 1, right? We had a very, very little touch bit of it where he beat the guy who Vanessa was having an affair with, right? We got a hint of that. Here, it was in full flesh. When he opened that door, he goes, boo! Great. Great delivery, by the way, from Vincent D'Onofrio. And he starts hammering them up left and right. Yeah, sure, these guys were on the right side, but hey, if you're going to come at the Kingpin, you best not miss. And he was laying bodies to waste. It all culminates at, I guess, the lobby area, and he's coming in, he's addressing the masses. Again, straight up looking out of a comic panel here. All of them coming, rushing out. Like, there was a certain shot that I think it was above where Fisk was. And you just see the sea of red coming out of him. He's starting to lay him out left and right. It was right before Jessica and Daredevil start coming at him. And I just remember looking at that shot going, this is a panel. Like, I probably could find this exact panel if I looked hard enough. Of course, I couldn't give you an exact issue or anything, but it just looks so beautiful to me in that retrospect. And of course, it comes down, they do a little callback to what happened at the end of season 3, where, he's unmasked, they're looking at each other, they're having the conversation, which is also a callback from season 1 in a lot of ways of, hey, I believe in grace, here's your retribution, blah, 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 take the deal. There we go. Show ends, Matt and Karen on a date, he gets taken to jail. I saw some people like, how is Matt going to jail when Fisk laid like a bunch of killing? What was this deal? The deal was always, look, I will leave and I will resign. I'll get out of New York, but I'm not going to jail. However, I will only agree to resign if Matt goes to jail. That's the deal. That's what was that. I think, again, like, when you're in a certain amount of power, you can get away with a lot. And that includes mass murder, especially within a television show. Yeah, I just absolutely loved everything about this season. And I can't wait for season 3, now that we're getting Luke Cage back, Jessica Jones is back. I saw the pictures that Iron Fist was also going to be there too. I don't know how this is going to play out. Now, as this recalls to Spider-Man, which is why I'm wearing the shirt here, because also I don't have any Daredevil shirts. We knew that the ending of this was that Fisk loses, right? Because Spider-Man gets the key to the city. How could a vigilante get the key to the city if he's not allowed to be a vigilante, right? And also, the girl who was on the phone with the DA trying to get Fisk, hey, just take the deal. She's the one who's presenting the key to the city. So I assume that scene is at the very beginning of the movie now, just to explain where New York is at and like how, oh, they're using Spider-Man as, you know, to show, hey, we're all good with vigilantes now. And then we'll progress. I thought the fight with the hand at the end of the trailer, because you see some of the hand going towards the floor while Spider-Man's at the top, I thought that would be Daredevil. Now, someone did comment saying, hey, it could still be Daredevil because Spider-Man is fighting the hand's crew in the prison. So it could just be Matt and his getup of fighting them and not him necessarily as Daredevil. I still lean on the slight caution that won't be the case, because I do feel like in season 3 he has to be in jail, and if he breaks out of jail, why would he just go right back in? I guess because that's the deal, but we will see. I wouldn't rule it at a 0 now that we don't get Matt Murdock in Spider-Man Brand New Day by any means. I'm not going to put it at 0%, but I am feeling like it's probably within the 20% chance that he is probably in it. But yeah, regardless, either way, fantastic season. Absolutely loved everything about it. Can't wait for season 3. I wish we could have it now. And easily, this is probably my favorite show of the year so far. It's not even probably, it is, for a lock. Only thing I can see challenging it right now is probably House of Dragon that comes out in June. But yeah, absolutely love this season. Strawberry Lemonade. Let me know y'all's thoughts of it down in the comment section. Leave a like if you made it this far within a review. I do greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button as I am trying to grow into my YouTube career. And don't forget to squeeze the days, guys, because life is too short not to give you. Also, squeeze every opportunity that you can. Until next time, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.